Okay, today is a Sunday reset, church, packing for Japan, and we're all a little sick, unfortunately. And we're gonna be talking about our nervous systems, why I've been working on and trying to slow down. I should turn the light, it's better this way. But I just have nothing that tall to hold it up from her. Why slowing down is the #1 thing you can do to start healing your nervous system. My favorite non-toxic makeup that's actually non-toxic is this. It's called Crunchy. Is that what I do now? I don't know if you can see it.
I makeup.
It's actually so good.
Mom, I makeup.
You want makeup?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Dovey's makeup.
I'm holding.
You want to hold it?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
I'm holding.
You want to hold the top? Okay. But I find it's really hard to find a non-toxic makeup that actually works. This one has been my favorite. It's been so, it lasts a really long time. I've had it for quite a while. Probably been using it for like over a year now. And I love it. And honestly, I find that after I use it, I'm not like a makeup person, let's be real, but I find after I use it that skin is actually better. So I don't even know what that means. I just know it's really good and it's clean, which I really appreciate. Oh, I hate being sick, and we always get sick before we leave for a trip. I don't know why. It's so frustrating. Last year we went to Scandinavia and Dovey was sick. Before we left, literally the week we left, she got sick. It was a crazy week. And then we all got sick from her. So then our days in Copenhagen, all of us were taking turns being sick. It was definitely a bummer. I used the primer, their tint and moisturizer. This is just their foundation. It's so good, and this is like their brush. I'm not 100% sold on the mascara just because it has castor oil in it. And anytime you get castor oil by your eyes, it kind of freaks me out because I once got a sty that I had to get taken out because I was using castor oil on my eyelashes. So right now I'm using this Ilia one. Feels fine, you can get it at the store, which is nice. The only thing about Crunchy is you have to order, which is definitely a bummer, but everything I've gotten from there I have loved, so I think it's worth it. So we'll go to church. It's kind of a regular Sunday rhythm.
Mama,
Yes, Debbie.
I brought some makeup.
Oh, you put your makeup on?
Alright, let's go, babe.
Oh, I'm so glad. Babe, I don't have clothes on.
I know. Let's do it.
I'm working on it. I just have to put clothes on, I'll be ready.
Mama, I'm ready, Mama.
You're ready?
Yes.
You look so cute.
Hey.
Wish I could be ready like you too.
Are you recording?
Yeah, I am.
You sure?
Yeah, it says recording. How are you feeling, Evan, about my first vlog?
Terrified.
YouTube, this is my husband, Evan. He does.
Currently teaching her how to use the camera.
Well, the thing is, when you are married to a photographer, videographer, why do I want to cry right now?
Gonna cry.
It's like it got in my sinuses. We're all a little sick today. It's amazing. Anyways, he does these things for you. You don't have to do them, but he's too busy to help me, and I can't pay him enough right now. So
She has this in her head. I always help her.
he's busy. I'm on a waiting list. Anyways, so I have to figure it out myself, but I don't want to do that.
I always help you. Don't lie. Not too busy. It's in her head.
Busy.
God, right now, we lift up holy hands. God, we say, I surrender to you. I surrender to you, God.
Okay. Well, the day has not gone quite as planned because as I was at church, I just started feeling worse. You know, when you wake up and you're like, oh, I kind of feel like a little sick, but like I'm sure I'll be fine. And then as the day has just gone on, I've just gotten not as great. So I have my red light, I have my minerals. I'm just going to lay down and take a nap while Debbie sleeps, and my whole day is now thrown off, but it's okay. I literally was thinking the other day, wow, everyone's been sick and like we just really haven't got sick. Like that's amazing. Like so excited. But we are leaving for a trip in like 4 days, and so feels on brand that this is happening, unfortunately. So I'll just be working today on giving Debbie and I as many minerals and vitamin C things as possible and trying to just up our immune system. I've been doing a series on how to slow down as a mom, which is really hard, but the root of it is to heal your nervous system, because slowing down actually is like the easiest way to start healing your nervous system. And that's what I was planning to talk about today before I got sick, but I think we should just talk about it. Because living in this constant state of fight or flight is actually really harmful to your overall health, to your body, to your family. And it's really like easy to do, especially as a mom, and it's easy to stay in this because one, like our culture really celebrates it, but then two, it can feel really good because your body's continually releasing adrenaline, cortisol, basically things that if you were in caveman times that you would need to run from a bear. And somehow us in our normal first world society, we're living in that state just because there's like so much constant noise and notifications and needs and to-dos and stressors. And I find it really hard to shift out of that, especially as a mom. That's why we're doing this. This fight or flight mode is actually meant to protect you. So it's not a bad thing. It's just us living in it all the time is a bad thing. And that is actually causing probably a lot of your symptoms, health issues. I think a lot of people's chronic issues could be healed by slowing down. And that might be oversimplified, and like I'm not a doctor, but that's just what I've seen from like people I've like clients I've worked with and then myself. And it's not that you have to like do nothing and like just like live in the prairie, because no one has time for that. I don't have time for that. We have your body just stops prioritizing anything that's like not essential. So like when you're living this fight or flight, it's like your hormones get all messed up. Why? Because reproduction is not a priority when you're running from a bear. You know what I mean? But it's like, if that's just a moment in life, like you just have like a really crazy moment, you're running from a bear, you're safe, that's fine. You don't need that. But to live in that constantly really disrupts your hormones. It can become irregular, PMS symptoms are really high, progesterone drops. If you're trying to get pregnant, if you're trying to just have a healthy, normal cycle as a woman, you need all these things. So I have, after having Debbie, I've had irregular cycles. So that was one of the reasons that I'm like, maybe this is part of the root of it, because I'm doing all the other things. But this is the one thing that has kept my body in this cycle of like, slows digestion. Imagine like, you know, when you like eat a meal and then you like go on a fast walk or you're like rushing. Anytime I eat in my car or I'm like rushing somewhere after I eat a meal, I am always bloated. I always have stomach stuff. And you're just like, what's going on? And like everyone jokes about like all the girls have stomach things. And you're like, maybe it's because. Hi, Jackie.
Cute! YouTube!
You know.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It could be bloating, constipation, food sensitivities, reflux. All these things can actually come from living in a constant state of fight or flight while you eat. Or like if you're living in fight or flight and you're just eating your meals normally and you're like, I'm eating healthy foods, but I have all these symptoms. Okay, what are you deep breathing before you eat? Are you calming yourself down, your parasympathetic nervous system, to allow yourself to truly like rest before you eat? Rest and digest, very important. Chronic stress increases inflammation. That is such a root cause of so many sicknesses, so many face, joint pain, acne, autoimmune issues, autoimmune flare-ups. Some of these symptoms actually, like I had a lot of these symptoms, and in seasons when I was like on the go too much, like literally when I was doing a tour in Australia, I was like doing so good with my health, and then I go on this tour and we were just constantly on the go 24/7, like, and I was trying so hard to just rest in the midst of it, which was really hard. And I literally felt like I had the flu every single night, and it was like all my chronic fatigue just showed up insane. I had never been that consistent that long, but it was like every day by the end of the night, like I was I felt like I had the flu. It was horrible. And so at first I was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick. Why am I getting sick every single night? What is happening to me? And the next day I'd wake up and I'd be okay. But then as the day went on, I would just get sicker and sicker, and it literally had like body aches, chills, fever, headache, all the things every single night. It was awful. And that was because I was living in this constant fight or flight all the time. Living in this state also wrecks your blood sugar. When your cortisol rises, your blood sugar rises. You're skipping meals, coffee on an empty stomach, under eating your protein, you're not eating enough food, and then your stress stacks on top of that. And you're feeling anxious, shaky, you have crash out, moody, and you think it's just like part of your personality, or you're like, oh my gosh, like I'm just an anxious person. No, you probably just need some food and protein, and you need some water and like minerals. I had a lot of anxiety, and I think part of it was my gut issues, and like once I healed my gut, my anxiety definitely got better, and I did counseling and all the things to holistically heal it, but food was a major source of it. I was taught kind of to live on this like fight or flight, and to like live in this state of like you don't need that much food, which is like not true. And I think what's really hard for moms is this can make you feel like a bad mom of like, I'm not patient, really overstimulated, like easily overstimulated, like that one thing just pushes me over the edge. Like why does it push me over the edge? Like you kind of hit rage quicker, like you want to escape, the noise is too loud, like all of these things. First year of having Debbie, that was like my whole life, and I just felt like the amount of times I said I hated my life was just too much. And not in like I hated this season with her, I just like didn't know how to get out of it, like out of this like stuck. And I actually think a lot of things were, my body has that MTHFR gene, which a lot of people do, but it just doesn't detox normally. And I think I didn't support myself in that season as well as I should have. And honestly, once I started using this Beamer mat, it's like a PEMF mat. I used it probably when she was like 11 months, 10 months old. And I am not kidding you. Like it's like the hormones from birth just like left, and I was like back to being normal again. So there are just like after you give birth, there's another surge of hormones, and they can stay stuck in your body. All of these things can be stuck in your body if you aren't able to detox them, if you can't move them out of your system. I think all these things get heightened in motherhood because like we're doing so much sleep deprivation, constantly being touched. Like I am Debbie's favorite toy. It's me. I am the toy. There's always noise, like there's not really peace and quiet. Like decision fatigue, like oh my gosh, just coming up with meals was so hard for so long. Your hormone shift, like if you're breastfeeding, it's like once you're done breastfeeding, then you have another hormone shift, like it just never ends. And then I think we see these moms on social media and we're like, wow, like she has it all together, she does it all, and like she just doesn't. Okay, she doesn't. Stop it. And start cleaning our kitchen and talk about things that actually help, because I don't feel that great, but also the house has, you're a mom, so things don't stop. So let's clean the kitchen and talk about what actually works. So we're gonna make a chicken and talk about this. Is this like too, because I could turn the lights actually on. I'll turn the lights on. This little baby, such a good size. It's pasture raised whole chicken. We get it from our meat company that we just love, and I will link the meat company because it is like so many meat companies just are scamming you and they tell you that it's like from a good place and it's not. Don't trust them. There are some good ones out there, but there's a lot better. But this is the best one. It's called Wild Pastures. We've literally been getting our meat from there for 5 years now, ever since we got married. And it is the best price pasture raised meat you'll find. Like it's really hard to find pasture raised pork. They have a great one. And it's like all pasture raised, all organic, like regenerative, small regenerative farms, which is very important to our lives as humans. But it's just worth it. And to get the whole chicken is like the cheapest way to get chicken. Oh my gosh, I forgot I made myself tea. I'm making a turmeric ginger tea. I normally don't like to use a tea bag because microplastics, but right now it is what it is. We're here. So, you know, you just can't be perfect all the time, and you just gotta accept that. You have to accept it. Also, this is gonna taste so bad. I don't like ginger too much, but my body does. Anyways, so what we were talking about to eliminate living in that fight or flight with that stressor is basically simple and foundational than we can think. And she's super thawed, so I have to de-thaw him, but not fully, just a little bit. So all these things can be super simple. I don't want to add more things to like your life of like you have to do all these things, because that's just like not gonna happen. Like it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, like I'm in fight or flight, let's add 10 more things to my life to make it more stressful. Like when health things make you more stressed, it actually does a reverse effect. And that's so like elementary, but it feels so revolutionary, because like everyone's like, do these 20 things and then you'll be better, and like that's just stressful. Like it's just stressful. When you wake up, eat. If that's like the first thing you can do to just allow your body to like feel like, okay, we don't have to live in survival. When I undereat, I find myself more anxious, more high stress, because undereating is actually a stressor on your body, and it's like a mega stressor, because your body's now thinking, like there's definitely seasons for fast and stuff like that, but like as women, I think they're way more rare than they are for men, just because the hormone, like our hormone needs. Chicken. Eating early, I used to think I was a crazy person because I would wake up starving, like really needing food, and I'm not crazy. That's actually like a good metabolism. Like your metabolism should want to eat. And if you trained yourself not to eat, which like I think a lot of women have, then you just kind of have to force yourself to eat sometimes, and just be like, I'm gonna eat something. I'm gonna eat something with a protein and a fat, and it can be as simple as like a little thing of yogurt and collagen and honey and berries or whatever. Like it can be so simple, but just something to be like, to tell your body like, we're safe, we're eating, we're good. Also, if you can get morning sunlight, huge. I mean, my child wakes up so early and wants to go outside by 7 a.m. I am the one who doesn't want to go outside because I'm cold or whatever, but it is so good and so beneficial. So even if you go out for like 10 minutes, worth it. Walking daily. My child wants to go on a walk 24/7. She brings me my shoes and says, let's go on a walk. Like, there's no shortage of walk. It's just me having the willpower to do it. And we moved to a better location that has better walks, and I think that's really important. But like, lean into those. And it's so funny how like our children's natural desire to do stuff actually goes in line with things that are calming to our nervous system. As long as, you know, they're not calming to our nervous system, but then like the things they want to do are. I mean, if we just, wow, that's really frozen. If we lean into that as parents and like moms, like it could actually help us a lot. And like, isn't that funny that the things that like they intuitively want to do are actually really good for us as parents? Like God didn't miss a thing. We have overcomplicated. We have made it like more stressful, and we're the ones doing to do. It's like my child just wants to go outside and play outside and walk around and like go to the park, and I'm like, you need to do all these things, let's do all this stuff, and like let's go here. Like that's me. So like I have to be the one to like calm myself. And then also like reducing overstimulation as much as possible. Like that kind of sounds like a joke, but like think about the things that just aren't necessary. Like when you wake up, like you don't need to look at your phone. Are you kidding me? Like you don't, okay? Like the world's gonna go on without you. Like you don't need to look at your phone. Check a text, move on. But like if you work from your phone, don't do it. Just like leave it for a while. It is like killing me right now, but it's okay. Life will go on. We will make it out. Like less multitasking. Like just focus on one thing. Like here I am multitasking, but like focus on like one thing to do, and like focus on that thing. Not trying to do 20 things. Like that is like my a thorn in my side. I love to multitask. I like to be efficient, but efficiency isn't always like the best thing for you. You know what I mean? Like releasing emotional stress. And I think I used to be really good at this before I had kids, and like that's probably why I kept a lot of this in check, was like journaling and praying with the Lord and like all those kind of things. If you can't like sit and process with the Lord, you're like all of that, like it just will keep you stuck even longer in like an emotional stressor state. So I think like, don't hear me and what I'm not saying of like, you are an amazing mom or woman. Like if you're just watching this and you don't have any kids, like you are doing great. It's just hard, and like all these things add up and they like layer on. And so like, it's not that there's something wrong with you per se. It's literally just like us living in this world, just overstimulating, and it doesn't give us space, like this world, to just like be with your child. And like if you're working from home, or if you're working and you're a mom, like that adds even more stressor to it. And that's just really hard. Okay, I don't remember how to cook one that is frozen. Let me look. As a mom, we're not broken. Life is just overstimulating, and it's keeping your nervous system in this like stress response all the time. And like, yeah, it's just like it's hard to break out of this. So that is why we're learning to do this together, because I am not good at it. It says 10 to 13 minutes per pound because it's frozen. About 50 minutes for a 4-pound bird. He felt like 4 to 5 pounds. Okay, we're gonna go. That's why this is the best, because he's literally frozen. And in an hour, he's gonna be done. And then I can put him in my soup, because we all need some soup. And then we'll make some homemade bone broth, because we need the minerals going this week, because we have to get better. We're getting better, okay? My husband just texted me and said Debbie pooped at the park and he doesn't have a diaper. All been there. You're doing great. We're just gonna figure this out. So follow along, because we need to figure out how to bring our overstimulation down and to relax our nervous system, because nervous systems on high alert do not aid in your healing journey or your process. So we're figuring it out.